It is 102.7 WMOM and Hot Country Hits 99.9. Good morning to you, and good morning to these two individuals that are joining us. We've been talking the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concert series, two parts. The first one this Saturday, and I'll tell you, just chatting a little bit with these two individuals off air and via some text and email. I'm excited about this Saturday night, and we want to join. We want to welcome to the program, Monsters of Yacht. And I will tell you that Richard, aka Lil Dinghy, that is your nickname that we're going to be talking about throughout this program. And Mark Starboard, obviously. You guys, first, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, starting right out, I mean, obviously, you've got some nicknames. They're fun. That means, Mark, this group is going to bring the fun along with all the entertainment, all the jazz, everything that comes with Monsters of Yacht.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Everybody in the band has their own look, their own vibe. You go see some bands and it's just one guy who's doing all the singing, and the rest of the band is just kind of there supporting that one person. We're kind of the opposite. We're all individuals, and we all support each other. The lead vocals get passed around, so you don't get bored seeing one guy sing every song, and we joke around on stage. We're authentic in our appearance from the time period. We're committed to the look, even on the hottest of days. I mean, we got the polyester going, we've got the full regalia going, and we just have fun with it. And we love people coming to the shows, taking pictures with people, and we're blessed to have this band and have it rolling like it is right now.
Well, I already have a few questions in regards to that. I love the idea that you have a 7-piece band that will be there this Saturday night at Waterfront Park, and being able to share those responsibilities, be able to give that person some songs, some vocals, the instruments, be able to have that interaction. Was that part of your thought process when you formed this band back in 2018, I believe, right? Was that right out of the gate?
Yeah, we actually started the band technically in 2017. The core of the band had played in other bands together, and in those bands, I was the lead singer singing everything. And I decided when I started another band, I didn't like that. I didn't like to be the one guy singing 40 songs. I wanted to bring guys in that pretty much every song that we've added to our set, we feel like there's a guy in the band that fits that particular song. So we're all singing in different ranges. We have different tones, different styles. So we just match up the guy in the band that's really best suited for the song. And it just worked. We really dove into the harmonies. A lot of what we do, even if you're not the one singing the lead on the song, you're still working vocally because you got to support with those harmony parts, which yacht rock is full of harmonies. It's thick. That's what we like about it.
Lil Dinghy, let's talk about that for just a moment or two. Where do you fit in when it comes to the genres, the songs that you play? Where are you at? And I hear maybe a little bit of saxophone there, but do you wear multiple hats?
Oh yeah, I'm called when Mark hired me to be in the band. I'm the new guy, which I've been in the band for a couple years now. But so I said, well, I got to be doing something else other than just sax, because not every yacht rock song has sax on it. So I said, I'm going to be your court jester. So I run around. I have a wireless mic. I play some guitar. I sing backup and lead vocals on some things. So, but that's what to Mark's point, what separates us is it's a kind of, Mark is the ringmaster, and it's kind of like a little circus going on stage. There's a lot of things going on. We have two lead guitar players, which is unusual. It's not just one guy playing lead. We got a great keyboard player, bass player, drummer, and we don't play to pre-recorded tracks. That's another thing that separates us nowadays. Is we're old school about bringing the vibe of, we want it to feel like a party in 1978. You know.
Well,
So-
and that allows you, Richard, Little Dinghy. Have you changed your name, by the way, legally yet? I heard
it's in the works. Yeah,
okay.
It's in the works. Uh-huh.
Get him a new passport with that on it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I gotta get a real ID with it. It's that's a big deal right now. Anyway.
I think that's great. The band made up in Nashville. Everybody from Nashville, you're making the trip this weekend to Ludington. Give us some history of friendships, classmates. How deep does this go? Mark, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned previous bands that I was in with the core of this band, and it actually goes all the way back to the late 80s, early 90s. Where we started off playing original music, writing songs that nobody really wanted to hear. So,
jeez.
But we felt like we had a good live presence, and we kind of morphed in from being an original band to just a cover band, and we really liked it. We had fun doing it. People seemed to like it, and we just kind of roll with it. And there's a lot of history. I mean, late 80s, early 90s was a long time ago. Probably half the people seeing this weren't even born yet when I started playing with,
I wasn't.
The guys at Monsters of Yacht. So it's been a fun thing.
I think it's great. Question: why yacht rock? Is it just? Well, there's got to. I don't even want to speculate. Why? I guess is my question.
It was the one thing I hadn't done yet.
Okay.
And I love that stuff growing up. I mean, I remember one of my favorite songs. I'm not making this up. It was Christopher Cross, "Sailing."
Yeah.
I remember connecting with that song. And then as I got older, I got into heavier bands. We could have all kinds of conversations about AC/DC and Iron Maiden. I was all into that stuff. And then we became basically an 80s rock cover band in my band lineage here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just hit me one day. I was starting to realize there was a thing called yacht rock. And I was like, I know that stuff. I grew up with that stuff. I love that stuff. And for us, it was a new band we could start. It was going to be fun and a little more age appropriate. We're not kids anymore. And it just fit. It felt natural to play these songs.
Did you see the audience? Oh, go ahead.
That's one of the recurring comments we get. We play all over the country, and I keep hearing this similar thread through the whole thing. Is you guys, you seem like a real band. And what they mean by that is they see party bands and cover bands. And you never know what you're going to get in a typical cover band, but there's no subs for anybody in our band. Every show we play, it's the same 7 guys. And we feel like we just have an authentic vibe about what we're doing. We're into it. We're not acting.
Yeah.
We're not posing. We're having fun. This is what we're into.
Little Dinghy, question in regards to the audience response though to yacht rock. Is it what you expect? Is it better than what you expect? Is it different?
Well, when I joined the band, so I was skeptical when Mark put this band together. I was like, yacht rock, isn't that music you just kind of sit in your living room and, sip your cocktail and maybe fall asleep to? It's not, because it's not just, real laid back 70s. We do all kinds of music. We do some disco, which there's no real yacht rock definition. It's just kind of a vibe of the 70s. But so when you come and see us, it's not going to just be some, it's not just sailing. It's going to be, you're going to hear Casey and the Sunshine Band. You're going to hear all this dance-oriented music, some R&B music, Hall & Oates, Steely Dan, jazzy kind of stuff. So yes, and it is all ages. Like we played last Saturday night here in Nashville, and there were some early 20 somethings there at the show, all the way up to Mark's age. And we know how old. I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyway, yeah, it is surprising how it's taken off, and it's gotten even bigger. Yeah.
Mark, go ahead.
No, I'll get you back for that one.
I know there was, and I love the playfulness, and obviously that comes out on the stage and the interaction with the crowd and such. I'm glad you're talking about, the different decades that you can reach with this music as well, because we do see that with the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concerts. We see teenagers all the way up into the ages, and they're out dancing in front of the stage and having fun. And by the end of the night, it is packed right there in front of the stage. So I guess, Mark, the challenge is, can you get everybody up and dancing? Are the songs that you're going to play, is it going to make that happen?
I think we can make that happen. And I think you can't ever say you've perfected anything, because there's always changes to be made as you go. But I think we've gotten pretty good at starting and building to where, there's shows we play where as soon as we hit the first note, everybody's down front and it's on. But sometimes when you go into a new market, people want to kind of hang back and go, no, who are these guys? Are they even any good? And then they're watching, they're listening, and then they're starting to get into it. And then as their acceptance of you is building, so is our show. It's picking up steam, and then the dam breaks eventually. So,
well, and we'll go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, and we'll definitely see that. I would assume you're okay. Obviously, we don't want to give away the whole set list, but what are some of those hits that that people are going to be dancing and they're going to hear it all over Ludington in regards to a crowd singing along with you?
Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, so we, like Mark, the yacht rock genre is kind of like, it's, who knows really the years specifically, but it's kind of 1972 to 1981, 82. So like it's this 10-year period. So we do a song like Brandy. That's one of our highlights. We do some Steely Dan. We do Hall & Oates. So there's some of your dance music right there. We even do Dancing Queen. ABBA, so we try to hit a little bit, but it all has the same connection of, it's smooth is the big word that's used for yacht rock. It's smooth, very produced sounding records that we grew up listening to, but we can pull those off as a 7-piece band. And the other thing about being in Nashville is we have the best musicians in the world end up in Nashville. So we happen to have 7 of the best, I think, around. So that kind of separates us too from a yacht rock band that might be in Omaha, Nebraska or something. So you're going to see top notch playing and dance oriented stuff, some laid back stuff, sailing. Oh yeah, that's a big one,
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because it is okay to pat yourself on the back, because you have, Mark, taken this band and you are a national act. I mean, yes, you're coming from Nashville to Michigan, so maybe somebody will class up, but you are you have taken this band.
I lost volume there.
Can you hear us okay? Get you back in there.
Can't hear you.
All right, let's we'll try to get you there. Can you hear us now? Okay. We'll see if we can get Mark back in. I'm gonna dial him back so we can get him back on the line here. And let me just do that real quick and ask that question. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah. So we play all over the country, and we're playing, I guess our next gig is Toledo, Ohio. So we're kind of all over the place. But that's what's amazing about the yacht rock thing. all over the country. It's kind of become a sensation.
Well, yeah, Rich and Mark, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Not a
We
problem.
play music from the 70s. My technology is from the 70s.
No,
Sorry about that.
no, it's okay. Well, I guess my question is, where did you get to? You started out the band. Was there a moment when you realized, hey, you know what? We're bigger than just kind of a startup band, if that's a fair assessment. When did that happen?
Well, I'm not going to say it happened right out of the gate, but I had some things to compare it to, which were previous bands I was in.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got established and played our first round of shows, I started getting contacted by people all over the country. And it was kind of, I won't say shocking, but surprising. And for me as a band leader, we've done all kinds of gigs around the Southeast, but then all of a sudden things went, oh wow, we got to fly to some shows. That's new for me.
Cool.
I've got to plan all that, make all that happen. So every time we play somewhere that's new, it's like we plant some seed that pops up again later. We'll come in, everything's going to work great. And then a few months later, somebody else is having an event that's maybe from a few towns.
Yeah.
And
It's really interesting that the Midwest is like huge yacht rock fans.
Really?
We play a lot in you just wouldn't think we play a lot in Indiana. We're big in Indiana, but we played in Michigan a few times, and then we're playing in Ohio. So it's not just at the beach, or the typical beach, Florida or whatever. So it's just it's mushroomed into something pretty big. And we've played. I think when I joined the band, one of my first shows, we played. A lot of yacht rock bands will get guest people to come up and play that were yacht rock stars. So we played a show with Peter Beckett, who is the lead singer of the band Player, who had the song "Baby Come Back." And so we did a couple shows with him in Indiana, and then after that, it did really. I mean, it's just the last year has been. We're playing more gigs than ever.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And first time in Ludington, right?
Right.
Okay, so I think you'll enjoy it a lot, especially if Margaret from West Shore Bank told you, you're on stage looking out at 5,000 to 7,000 people in their camping chairs and blankets, but then beyond that is the boats in the harbor there, and they're having fun and they're listening. And it truly is that relaxing lakeshore environment that people have come to expect.
All right, I'm very photo off, Richard.
I heard the weather's going to be good too.
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
100 degrees here in Nashville today, so we're ready to come north and 60s, I guess. I'll have to bring a jacket.
Mid 60s expected for
Excellent.
concert time. If you are just joining us, we are talking with Monsters of Yacht and yacht-rock and Mark Starboard and Richard, aka Lil Dinghy, on with us this morning. They are going to be at the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concert this Saturday, 7 o'clock. That's the time you're taking the stage. But prior to that, at 6 p.m., Mason County Central Band will be performing there. And Mark, this is one of those, and same thing with Richard, because I think, Richard, you've got some band, like high school band, right, in your blood.
Yeah.
This is a fundraiser for the local bands in the area. That it's a big thing for them. Last year, raised was over $20,000 between both nights of the Rhythm and Dune concert series. Yeah, and it's instruments and uniforms and travel. Richard, actually, I'll start with you, or Lil Dinghy. I'll start with you there. In regards to a little history there, and what this means for you to help raise money for the local bands.
this is big, and I'll tell you why. Because so I'm the horn player in the band, and my dad was in the military, and we traveled around a lot. So I was always the new kid in school, and I remember in fifth grade we had just moved to a new location, and I was just bummed. I'm the new kid. I was very introverted at the time, and my mom suggested, why don't you play an instrument in the school band? Everybody's starting at the same age. Don't worry, it'll be same level. Anyway, I took up the trumpet, and I just instantly was in love with music. And it definitely changed my life. It gave me discipline to practice, gave me goals as a kid, definitely brought me out of my shell, as Mark will attest to me on stage. You'll see. Anyway, so it changed my life. I think it's so important to kids to at least be exposed to it, and it can change your life. And then after that, we moved again 3 years later to a new location, and I decided I wanted to learn a new instrument. I took up the saxophone, and the rest is history. Now I'm here, and I'm gonna rock it out on the sax Saturday night. So
That's pretty
great,
awesome.
great program. Love it. I love that this is a fundraiser for that. Excellent.
Yeah. Mark, your thoughts as well. Do you mind sharing?
Actually, when I first started playing anything, it was actually my dad played trombone, and he would talk about that. I never in my life saw him play a trombone, but he would talk about it. And then when I got into middle school, the middle school band, and I would talk to my dad about it, and he didn't talk me into trombone. I was just asking him about it and talking about different trumpets, different instruments. And I decided to give that a try because I thought that was one of the more unusual instruments in the band because of the slide. There was something I thought was cool about that. So I, got pretty decent on trombone, was in the concert band, got into high school, ended up in the marching band. And although I had played sports all through this, not on a great level or anything, when I got into playing music with people, it was like I was finally on a team, and that worked for me. And just, being in the marching band, Richard talked about, coming out of his shell. Those were the times where I was actually, not forced to play in front of a lot of people, but you were playing in front of a lot of people. And it felt good to be part of the team playing in front of a lot of people. Yeah. And so that stuck with me. And then after, I started playing guitar kind of late, actually, when I was a senior in high school. And then I really got into playing rock and roll with rock and roll bands. That led to me moving to Nashville to go to Belmont College, which has a great music business program. And I just loved this town and decided to stay here. And, I'm not playing trombone anymore.
No.
That would probably hurt if I tried.
I try to get him to play it. He just won't play it, guys.
No. Well,
I don't remember any trombone.
That's all you got to know.
Yeah. No. Well, you're on vocals. Obviously, from our listeners and viewers, they can hear that with Mark, your deep voice, and I would assume that you love singing. You love being able to connect with those that are singing back with you, right?
Yeah, and I always feel better after a show. It's like it's hard to describe. It's like some people feel better after they've vented about something. For me, after a show, it's like everything seems right in the world. Yeah. That sounds kind of weird, but it just that works for me.
Yeah, no, it's artistic release, I guess it would be. You're up on stage and with your fellow bandmates, which Little Dinghy. Everybody friends? Is there tension that happens time to time, or is it is the I know it's the big question.
No, and I'll tell you. Okay, so these guys, I told you I joined the band a couple of years ago, but we've been together for longer than that. but they were already friends before. But the reason I joined the band was because I was already friends with them.
Mhm.
So I was at my age, in my 30s now. I realized I don't want to be in a band with people I don't like or get
Yeah.
along get along with. We spent a lot of time traveling in a van, hotel rooms, restaurants. So you gotta like, we're all brothers,
Yeah.
brothers that get along. So
That's cool.
it's good.
And that's important. I mean, I would
Oh
assume at
yeah,
the end of the day, you got to feel like family because, no matter what, you're traveling back home together.
we
Uh,
all do it because it's fun.
yeah,
It's so fun to perform in front of people and still play music together. And so that's why we do it. I'm being serious. We
yeah,
all, because there's other things we could be doing, but we all enjoy our company and entertaining audiences and playing our instruments.
yeah.
So
No, as you should. If you didn't, you'd probably be in the wrong place
I
there.
wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to having the two of you in Ludington this Saturday. I'd love to have each of you as we get closer to wrapping up. And thanks for taking so much time with us. I know we've talked a lot today, but it sounds like just in the conversation that we're having, that the experience that those that are going to be in the crowd this Saturday are just going to love this. I just love hearing from you. What's your message as people prepare to come down to Waterfront Park? Mark, we'll start with you. Any expectations? Any sort of can you give them that vision of what they should expect from you?
I hope people would expect to have a great time and hear songs that they have maybe forgotten about, and all of a sudden we start that song and they're like, oh yeah, I love this song, and there's a connection there. Because music, it always takes me back to a different time period. I can hear a song that I really liked in high school or something, and I'll hear it on the radio, and it takes me right back to that time,
Mm.
and how I felt at that time, and it's just a neat experience. I hope everyone's ready to come down and have a good fun time. Yacht Rock covers a lot of ground. Like, technically, we are a tribute band,
Mhm.
but it's not like if you go see an Ozzy tribute band, you better be ready for the full Ozzy catalog,
Yeah.
or if you're not into Ozzy, you might be thinking, okay, I've got 10 minutes into this, and okay, I guess I've seen this now.
Mhm.
I think what's different about a genre like yacht rock, there's something for everybody in it, and it's good, fun music, and it's all different. It's not like you're hearing the same sounding song over and over. It moves around all over the place. It's fun stuff. It's good music.
Well, and Little Dingy, I want you to answer that same question, but you're right, Mark. And I think it's so important that we mention this too. When you look at socials, when you look at TikTok, and how songs from the '70s, from the '80s, will come back, and that's part of that foundation of a 20-year-old knowing that song, or a 30-year-old being able that maybe wasn't born back then, but is loving that because they heard it on social, or put it on their video that they just TikTok the other day and such. But Little Dingy, that is part of that diversification of your audience, right?
Yes, and I want to add that I just think this period of time with popular music, the best songs were written. Bar none. I think the '70s, and I would say maybe the '80s too. But it is the best. It's feel good music, and what I want to accomplish is you to forget about your problems that you have and come enjoy the show and leave with a smile on your face. We
Mhm.
want to entertain you. That's what's most important to me. I want to have a good time, but I want you to have a good time too. So
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. And based on
yeah.
the little hints, it sounds like Little Dingy is going to be you're going to be sweating a lot running around the stage. Is that the
Well,
expectations that we're going to
yeah.
have?
Yeah, I only weigh about 100 pounds, but that's why, because I just run around in circles. Yeah, there'll be
Yeah.
some of that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He spends half the show off the stage, so
Oh.
you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh
We're
yeah, I'd love to have my picture taken with you. Please do wear your captain's hats to the
Yeah.
show, people.
There you
Yep.
go. And you guys will be in a pretty cool attire for those decades or that decade
Definitely.
in general. So
Oh, yeah.
looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
It is the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concert. It is the first night of it coming up this Saturday night. July 26th. Again, the food trucks, they open at 5 p.m. You've got Mason County Central that will be performing at 6 p.m. Mason County Eastern will be joining them as well when and for you guys the experience is they take these 5 gallon Culligan jugs or water jugs and and they've got signs on them and people are putting cash in there and that's how that ground root effort to raise $20,000 in 2 nights for these groups. And so we'll see Mason County Central and Mason County Eastern there. And then you guys are taking the stage at 7 o'clock and the weather's perfect. We're looking forward to it. And
Yeah.
we're inviting everybody to come down. I'll leave the last message to you. Anything that you want to add? Mark, we'll start with you. And Little Dinghy, we'll wrap up with you. How's that?
That's good. We're honored to be coming to Ludington, and we're honored to be a part of a great cause, something that I didn't realize until I found out more about it, how cool it was really going to be and how connected we can be to something, and just to be a part of it is great. We're going to have a great time. Come on down.
Yeah, absolutely. Little Dinghy, what do you got?
Oh man, super excited. Yeah, I love this cause because, our local public school systems what's one of the first things they cut? The arts, So it's great that this is, people all coming together to help kids build their self-esteem, self-confidence. I'm telling you, kids, pick up an instrument, it'll change your life. Super
Yeah.
excited.
This is great. Well, it was an honor to chat with the two of you. Safe travels from Nashville this weekend. I can't wait to introduce you on stage as the MC for the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concerts, and it's going to be a great time. And we in Ludington are honored to have you a part of it and experiencing the Ludington environment for the first time. So we're going to take care of it. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys, and you guys.
All right.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is 102.7 Mom FM and Hot Country Hits 99.9. And if you missed any of this segment, you can watch it right there on our YouTube channel, as well as both Facebook pages, too, our Mom FM and Hot Country Hits Facebook page. And don't forget, plan on it. Be there at the West Shore Bank Rhythm and Dunes concert this Saturday night at Waterfront Park.